If there is one correlation with YouTube and videos going viral or getting way more views, it is audience engagement. And in today's video, homies, not only are we going to talk about ways that you can get more engagement and some great ideas for you to get more comments and more likes. Again, I will be breaking down with data analytics and showing my back end of my YouTube channel to show you exactly what videos I receive the most comments, the most likes, and yes, the most dislikes, which helps the YouTube algorithm. But you also have to be mindful that if you are out there just to receive negative comments or positive or negative likes, that you could be doing the wrong videos. You may be getting a lot more views, but now you're getting away from your ideal audience. There's a lot that we have to break down. If you want more views, you need more engagement. If you want more engagement, I'm going to tell you exactly how to do that in this video. And what's up, homies? My name is Jackson Wilkie with the Channel Junkies. For the past 6 or 7 years now, I have been teaching and created the entire living in YouTube system that we see across the country. So if you want to actually grow your YouTube channel and you want to know what works and what doesn't work with real facts, data, and analytics, then I would definitely consider subscribing, because that's what I do every single Wednesday at 10 a.m. I launch a video on this YouTube channel, so you're not going to want to miss that. Here in just a minute, I'm going to get you onto the back end of my YouTube channel, and you're going to actually see some crazy reveals. You would not be able to guess which videos actually get the most engagement and why they work so well. I'll break all of that down. But real quick, what I want to do is I'm going to give you a couple different ideas that I leverage in my videos to just get some engagement, get some comments, get some likes. And I'm telling you right now, it helps. It can really make a video move. And in fact, if you read anything about YouTube, or you listen to any podcast, or you listen to the actual creators of YouTube, the algorithm has changed. 5, 10, 15 years ago, YouTube was all about its SEO and its tags, and that's how it would rank videos. But then it realized that people were just doing keyword stuffing. They were putting a bunch of SEO in there to rank for stuff, but the video really had no relevance. So they completely flopped the algorithm, and it is based 1,000% now on audience engagement. How well does that audience engage or like or react to that video? How long are they staying on there and watching the video? That is the best metrics. That's why I focus so heavily on watch time, average view durations, click-through rates. But I've had videos get great watch time, get great average view durations, videos get clicked a bunch, but they just don't go. It's because they had zero engagement. So it's a happy medium. It's a mix of both. And today, let's break into a few different ways you can start drumming up those comments. Now, we're real estate agents. We're trying to generate leads. One thing that's been working very well, especially in markets with a lot of new construction, is those new construction home tours and talking about deals, those kind of things. Don't worry if you're in a smaller market that doesn't have new construction. Hey, I am Jackson. I have traveled from coast to coast and everywhere in between. In fact, one of my most successful YouTube channels ever doesn't have a lot of new construction. We just did vlog tours, and I did a video that I'm going to talk about at the end of this, which is always the most successful. But if you do have new construction, you're doing some of these home tours, one of the easiest ways to spark engagement is to be honest. You're going to go into this house, you're going to say everything is perfect, it's so cute, I love that, I love that, I love... And inside you're like, I really don't like that paint color, or man, that island is smaller. Gee, many Christmas, you pay $500,000 for this house and you get a closet the size of a doghouse. What's going on here? The more that you can be honest in these videos, the better engagement you have. And we think as real estate agents that if we say one thing negative about a house, that everybody's going to hate us. It's actually the complete opposite. I think one of the reasons that we get so many leads from our Houston channel, averaging somewhere around 200 a month, is because of the raw honesty and just how me and JoJo interact in these videos. We're just ourselves. We say what we want to say. There's a lot of times that I don't like things in homes, and I'm going to say that because I have learned. I did that in the past accidentally, and it got a bunch of comments, a bunch of engagement, and I'm like, maybe I should do this a little bit more. Again, I teach everything by what I've learned, the mistakes I've made. Everything isn't perfect all the time, but that's what we have to learn, is that by doing a lot of videos, having a lot of repetitions, you start to see videos that really blow up and grow. And just like we do in our elite coaching program, is whenever we have those videos, or if we have them on our channel, man, I got so many views on this one, but I did this new video, it's so much better. I'm like, let's watch it, let's see. We break down the analytics. Nope, your audience actually hates this new video. So you can love it, but if the audience doesn't like it, it's not gonna go anywhere. So let's break down this video where you got a bunch of engagement, you got a lot of views, and let's figure out why. That's what we do in the Elite Coaching Program, so that every video we do after that, we just keep incorporating what's working and what's working and what's working, and we grow and grow and grow. And that's something that we focus on a lot, is engagement. So I got a few things written down. I hope you guys don't care that I'm going to use a notepad. This is me too, because my daughter does her freaking homework in here. She's got scratch pads, notes, and yeah, that's just how I roll. A dad of 3, homies. Number 1 on the list is being honest, right? Like I said, but saying your opinion. So if you don't like the small closet, if the island is small or positioned weird, or if the cabinets are painted a weird color and you don't like them, say it. And then you ask the question, hey, if you were going to be buying this house, what color do you think you would paint these cabinets? Or what color would you have this island painted? I'm just not quite digging this whole blue and grayish look anymore. That's what you can start getting the audience to start saying, whoa, man, if you had that, I would go stained, or I would do that. Again, getting it going is very crucial for the algorithm. 2 more that I really like to use, and you'll hear me say them a lot in the videos, is, hey guys, we do these videos every week. And what I do is I actually go and I'll pull up somebody's comment and be like, hey, can you do Cross Creek Ranch? Or hey, can you do Bridgeland? And I'll be like, look, so-and-so said they want us to go do a video on Bridgeland. So that's why we're here doing the video today. Where do you guys want to see us shoot our next video? Make sure you guys comment down below, and maybe I'll bring your comment up in the next video. And that's a good way that you can start getting a bunch of those comments on your videos. But be mindful, if you do that every week, it's going to see a massive drop off of people like, you just asked me that last week. So I learned that the hard way too. I tried to completely re-ask the same question multiple times, and it basically falls into oblivion. So you've got to ask these really simple questions. You do them once, and then you got to give them a break for 3 to 6 months, put them on the shelf. So another one that I actually did, and it shocked me, is I asked the audience, I said, hey, I am super curious. I moved here from North Idaho. Where are you guys moving from? I want to know. It was hundreds and hundreds of comments of where people were moving. Colorado, New York, South Africa, Canada. Like, it was just like crazy, one word, but that blew up, and that video took off, right? That's engagement. So those are things that we can do in the videos. Again, when I asked that same question on the next video, I only got a couple responses, 3, 4, 5, maybe 10, whatever it was. So it went from like a couple hundred down to minimal, and it taught me, okay, we can't do this every single week, but we can probably throw that in there every 6 months, because we are getting new audiences, right? The people that subscribed to me 4 or 5 years ago, they already live here. They've been in their house 2 or 3 years. They're not really watching us as much anymore as everybody who's been searching in the last 28 days. So give it some time. Other things that I'll do, and again, we're gonna get behind the scenes and actually look at some videos and a YouTube channel, but to get likes, right? So likes are another way to get views. And here's one thing that I've started to actually do is, let's say JoJo gets us exclusive access into a house, or he does something funny, or whatever may be happening in there. I'm gonna be like, yo, give my main man JoJo a like. Or he goes to the front office and he actually gets a key and he can get us into this house that's actually for sale. I'll be like, yo guys, we're doing this every week. Joe is spending so much time creating these relationships with these builders and these sales reps, and for him to get that key, nobody else is doing that. Will you guys please give us a like on this video? That's the only thing that gets us going. Hey, that's the only thing that we're asking for. Nothing else, right? In fact, if you didn't know how to do that, just pause this video. If you look down, there's like this thumbs up button. If you just click that, that's what helps the video. So I've actually dumbed it down so much as of lately that I will tell people how to hit a like button. And it works. I'm telling you right now, it works. But let's do my favorite thing. Let's jump over to the YouTube channel, and I'm gonna show you what videos get the most engagement, which videos get the most likes, comments, what works best, all of it. But before I get to that, I do want to mention I'm getting, again, about 15, 20 emails every week from people wanting to know more about my Elite YouTube coaching program. It's not something that we put out there to everybody, but we are filling up quickly. If you want to know more about it, it's info@jacksonwilkie.com. That's my direct email. You get me, homies. And what we do is we actually interview you. We don't want people who are just thinking about YouTube, or I might do videos, or I'm gung-ho, I'm gonna do 20 videos, but you can't. We want real people who put in the work. We're broker agnostic. I don't care what brokerage you're at. We work with everybody. If you're willing to put in the work, take the constructive criticism, we'll take an interview with you and see if you are a fit. Just shoot me that email. And more lately, it's actually surprising. I'm getting a lot of people going, Jackson, is there any way I can partner with you? Is there any way I can just be with you every single week? We do partner with agents. Again, we are at eXp Realty. If you join up with us at eXp, I will give you all of my coaching, all of my courses, all of that training that people are spending high dollar on for free. And then every single week we have private coaching calls. You get my personal number, and that's how we can really take you to the next level. Again, if you're struggling and you may do it, that's not the partnership. In fact, we're actually teaming up with big, massive teams who are doing a lot of volume and helping them to find a Jackson to do YouTube for them and blow that thing up too. So any of those questions, info@jacksonwilkie.com. All right, so all I did is just go into my YouTube studio, and I'm right here at the content tab, because this gives us basically the biggest indication that we need about engagement. So when we actually look, this is filtered out by date right now. So the most recent videos that I've done. If I just go right here to the view count and I hit the views, you're gonna notice one thing. Obviously, because we clicked it, from most views to least amount of views is where it lines up. But if you look over to the right, you're gonna notice immediately the engagement, okay? So this column right here is your likes and dislikes. Yes, this video has 300 dislikes on it. That's fine. At least people are engaging with it. You look over here, videos that have the most comments, again, they're up towards the top. Now, there are a few of these that are kind of outliers. And again, I break down data analytics. Sometimes I'll print 15 pages of data analytics, take a highlighter, and I will go through data. That's how I created the entire YouTube 2.0 system. There's nothing like it on planet Earth. If you've got a channel and you've had it for a while and it actually was producing well and it's starting to nosedive, that's what YouTube 2.0 is all about. Crazy analytic research data and scrubbing of the channel. But when I see major outliers, sometimes I don't take those into effect. Now, is this negative? Is it bad? No, it just didn't get a lot of comments, but something about it really works. And my guess is it's probably got an insanely high click-through rate. So there's something about this thumbnail, and that's actually what led me down the path of doing what I do today. This video was uploaded. In fact, it is January, February, March, April. It's April of 20, almost 2 years ago. And you'll see the big shift in my content was when I was creating YouTube 2.0 and I noticed these kind of things. So we started doing it. It's only a 20-minute video, but this video really took off, and it had a lot to do with that thumbnail. So with that being said, now we look at videos like 3,700 comments, 7,300 likes, 630 dislikes, right? These videos go nuts. This is kind of a avoid moving here or pros and cons of living here. They're great videos. They always get a lot of search traffic. They always, get a lot of views because of the engagement. So that's the tricky part, is because people are going to start doing these repetitively to get more views because it feels so good. But what you end up creating is kind of this just negative environment. Again, if you look how the entire living in YouTube system was developed, and I went over this in session 1 or session 2 of this whole 7-week program that I am taking you through, which if for some reason you caught me right now and you didn't watch the first 3 episodes, you might want to do that. But I'll link the whole playlist at the end of this video for you to start from lesson 1. You're going to want that. But when we do nothing but negative videos, that's kind of what we get. If you do these videos, we go down, you're going to start noticing this one's got a lot of comments. Holy crap, right? We go down and we get, another one with 1,000 comments, right? These are map videos, and they, for some reason, get so many comments and so much engagement, right? So that's going to help with the view count. We've got 3,000 likes on this, and we got very minimal dislikes. So this is a popular video that's getting upper echelon comments and likes, but it doesn't get many dislikes, which is great, right? So that's an even stronger one. We got 4,500 likes and only 89 dislikes, right? So very positive, 1,154 comments. So these are map videos. Again, the living in system is predicated on people moving, relocating to your system. And I don't care what person, what YouTuber on planet Earth says, you just do simple home tours, you do this and that, and you're just gonna generate leads. If you've never done YouTube for real estate, then you have no idea what people really truly want. They go to YouTube to learn about the areas and they want to see it more than they want to read about it. With simple keyword research, you can realize, and I talked about this in one of the sessions, that people search cities and suburbs upwards of 15 times more a month in YouTube than they do Google. So they want to see it. So if you really want to get some engagement up, especially if you're a newer YouTuber trying to get that channel going, I would really start with some studio videos like cost of living, pros and cons of living there, and a lot of map videos, as well as the vlogs. People want to see the areas. They want to do, you know, what is it like to live there? And that's going to start really getting the engagement going, which sends those signals that this is a great channel, and it gets you out there. So for a little bit quicker growth, you can start with just the home tours and doing them longer, but you're not going to really get the engagement as much. They're kind of like, all right, there's other people doing this. But if you get your opinions out there and you do your pros and cons and you kind of let that battle in the comments go, that's what helps. Or if you're doing crazy in-depth map videos, breaking down these sections and asking people questions while shooting the video, that's going to, as you see there, get a ton of engagement. Now, I've got one more to show you. If we go here again to the date and we go to latest upload, just 40, 50 days ago, I did this one, guys. It was 2.5 hours long. Look at the amount of comments compared to everything else. We're talking in the teens, 20s, and then all of a sudden 172. It's a map video. Likes, 662 and 17. So we've already got 31,000 views on this video. It dominates all the other ones. Guys, I'm not making this stuff up. I show you with real data analytics. So when there's, you know, gurus and marketers out there who just say, oh, go do this and go do that, what works, what doesn't? That's what I break down in this YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, I probably would. And if you're curious about the elite coaching or partnering with us, then just freaking email me. Because guess what? If it doesn't work, if it's not a fit, then you just go on with your day. But the good news is, at least you know. So I would just reach out and go, Jackson, I have to have a conversation with you. I got to see what this partnership's all about, whether it's a fit or whether it's not. That's at least what you're going to find out through that. But this is the playlist of this entire 7-week session. Start from video 1. And even if you've already seen these, it's good to continue to go through these. If you want to be the best of the best, this is like a $50,000 course for free. So just watch these videos in order, homies.